Johann Sebastian Bach's Mass in B minor in many ways represented the sum total of his work as a composer. It was everything he knew about music and everything he believed and lived through his faith. Compiled for music composed over several decades for secular as well as sacred occasions, it's simply one of the great masterworks of choral orchestral music that exists. And that's an understatement. The chorus we're about to hear is used twice in the Mass, actually. We're hearing it set to the text Dona, nobis, pacem, grant us peace, which occurs at the end of the whole Mass. But he actually uses it earlier in the Mass, in the center of the Gloria section, on the text, gratias agimus tibi propter magnam gloriam tuam, which means we give you thanks on account of your great glory. So it's significant that he uses the same exact material at the end as a prayer for peace. So it's saying at the same time, thank you, but also please. And this whole sort of concept of his communication with the divine is bound up really in those two essential ideas. Bach was very much a top desk drawer composer, often recycling and adapting some particularly good material for one or another occasion. And indeed, the music from this chorus actually began in a 1731 German language cantata, cantata number 29, called Wir danken dir Gott, wir danken dir, meaning we thank you, God. And then he superimposed a Latin text on top of that for the Kyrie Gloria folio of the Mass that he presented to the Saxon elector in 1733, almost as kind of a job application. The chorus here unfolds as almost like a Palestrina motet with the word peace repeated 3 times for emphasis. Here's what that sounds like. So the setting of the text, pacem, pacem, pacem again, and then on the next subject again begins with pacem. So 3 times peace. There's a wonderful set of lecture demonstrations by the Bach specialist Helmut Rilling and the Oregon Bach Festival. I highly recommend that you watch the whole thing. And he's got all of these wonderful kind of insights, including that one that we just kind of brought to your attention there. The whole beginning of this piece is in a very constrained range, simple and unadorned. It could almost be sung a cappella in the manner of Palestrina. Almost like a hymn or a chorale. Then he takes this texture and begins to expand it outward. We start to hear trumpets way up high, calling out. And then finally, as we get towards the end and it unfolds and develops even more, he extends the orchestra to the absolute maximum of its sonic range, taking the first trumpet way up to a high D. And then timpani and bass of the orchestra entering way down here on this massive range. So now we sort of encompass the whole sonic world of the B minor Mass at sort of the conclusion of this movement. The citizens of Leipzig, where Bach basically composed and lived and did his life's work, will stand for this chorus when it is played in Bach's church there, in silent, stirring tribute to the man who created music as strong as his faith. This is truly Bach's view from the mountaintop, a vision of glorious, and eternal peace.